Hey, what's going on? My name is Frank Salas. I go by the name of the talented Mr. Salas, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to automate your business in 45 minutes so you never have to write another proposal again. Stay tuned. So the purpose of this video was I was reaching out to a bunch of copywriters and a bunch of different freelancers in different parts of the digital marketing space. And after talking with like 30 or 40 of them, I was just stressed out as a customer, as somebody wanting to hire and buy services from somebody, because everybody doesn't have their crap together. And I found out that that was very normal. And I've got some cool tips and tricks and an entire system that's going to show you how to do it. So this is a 100% free training. I want you to shut down all of your browsers, shut down all of your distractions, because we're going to go very deep into how I automate my entire business. And I'm going to bring you through right now and share my screen with you. All right, so I want to share this with you right here. This is an email that I got from a copywriter, and this is after 2 sales calls, 5 emails. I should have told him, look, I don't know what your offer is. I literally told him, I don't know what your offer is. And how many of you guys watching this have your clients feel the same way? Like when you're talking to your leads, your future prospects, your future clients, how many of them are left feeling with, I don't know what you offer. It's very difficult for me to understand what you do. And because of that, I'm going to go somewhere else. Has that been happening to you? If that's been happening to you, I got some great news for you in this training, but I want to, really show you guys what's going on right now. This is my motivation for making this video. So this is a world-class copywriter who's amazing. And so I'm looking to hire him to bring him on to scale one of my courses that I have. I have a great course called the Virtual Assistant Academy. It's sitting up there. It's doing okay in sales, but I haven't marketed it to the masses. I reached out to him and we went through this whole process, and he finally sent me this. He said, let's take your course to the next level. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make your registration page, your perfect mousetrap webinar, the back-end funnel, and blah, blah, blah. And you're going to get all this stuff. And then he leaves me this great call to action that says, the next step for you is to reach back to me and let me know if you're truly serious about taking your income and brand to the next level. It's a pleasure talking with you, blah, blah, blah. So now the duty is on me for the customer to say, hey, here, take my money. Please take my money. Now the duty is on me to go after him. And that's not conducive of growing a business. So if you're operating like this, which I know a lot of people are, I'm going to show you the solution. But I got to show you some more examples real quick so you know of what not to do first so you can get to what to do properly. So just give me 1 second while I get that loaded up. Real quick, I wanted to show you, even after this email, I sent him back, I don't know your offer. I don't know his price. I don't know the turnaround time. I don't know anything. And for me, I can't make a decision because I can't make sense of this deal. I'm the decision maker in an organization. I cannot make sense of the deal that he's trying to offer to me. Finally, after I said, I don't know what your price is, he finally, after 5 emails, 2 phone calls that were an hour long, after all that, I finally get this right here, and he's finally getting to the pricing. So now, he's got a great price. It's $2,500 to start up, blah, blah, blah. It's got great value. I like him. I trust him. And the price is great. But it's taken so long that I've met with other people that now he has competition. And if he would have just had, he wouldn't just done the proposal close, which I'm going to jump into with our very first growth hack right now, is I want to show you the proposal close. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen with you real quick, and I want to, conversate with you. So the proposal close works like this. When I, as any service provider, I've got several businesses. I've got a recruiting agency. I've got a marketing agency. I do real estate. As any service that I provide to anybody, doesn't matter if it's B2B, B2C, the very first thing that I do is I let them know my price up front. Hey, this is what my price is. This is where we started. I want to give them an idea, and even better than idea, I want to give them my actual price. I want to share with them, hey, these are my packages. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to pull up my packages. All right, so one of my business is I recruit virtual assistants for online entrepreneurs. My company is Salas Staffing, and once I get somebody's email, phone number, whatever, the next step before I ever spend any of my time with them is I get some information about them. I'm going to go over that here in just a bit in our training. But after I get their information and what their needs are, I immediately send them over my price so they know where I'm coming in at, what kind of packages do I have. So I recommend for you guys, number 1, to have these 3 separate offers. You want to have something for the solopreneur, you want to have something for the small business, and you want to have something for the enterprise or corporate level. That right there will handle every one of the clients that you have. From there, of course, you could have different hybrids, custom jobs, and I'm going to show you how to edit those a little bit. But this immediately, automatically, I don't have to go to my email, open up my email, log in, find the person, find their name, add this, send it to them, make sure it got it. I don't have to do any of that. It just automatically happens. I'm going to go into that here in the training. But this is perfect because after they get this, then they have an option to book with me. And if they decide to jump on the call with me, I know that they saw my price. I know they're interested. And I know that I can't hear, I don't have the money. How many times have you heard on a sales call when you're trying to work with somebody, you know what, this is great, just don't have the money. I don't have the money. Just like the copywriter who was sending me his price. You know, I could say, you know what? After those 5 emails and those 2-hour-long phone calls, I don't have the money. And now he's out all this time because he never just gave me his price up front. And when I first started doing this, I was a little scared. I was like, oh, well, what if I could charge more? What if I could charge less? Like, or you know, what if they get scared from the price? You know, I just removed that from my brain. I said, look, I have a business. And as a business, it's very important to standardize our offers. The more standard your offers are, the easier it is to scale them. For example, go to Walmart. When you go to Walmart and you try to buy something, it's like, this is the item, this is the price. You pick it off the shelf, you ring it up, the price matches, and you go on about your day. And that's how they're able to scale their multi-billion-dollar business. You don't go to Walmart and say, hey, I'd like to buy that. How much is that? And they're like, oh, hey, well, let me talk to you for 2 hours and let me send you all these emails, and then I'll get to the price. By then, you'd lost the buyer. So we're doing the same thing online, and this training is going to help you get out of that. So I'm spending a little bit of time on the upfront so you kind of see what success looks like, what success doesn't look like, and I'm going to show you everything in between. But to really get you hooked, I want to show you how it all works together. So 1 second, let me get that pulled up. All right, so this is a proposal that I just sent myself. So obviously this is just a test. So earlier we showed you my 3 different packages, my small business, my solopreneur, and my enterprise level. Let's say that I went on a sales call with myself and I was like, great, you already saw my prices, and we determined together that the small business package is for you. The best part about standardizing your offer is that now you can tell people, hey, I work with people just like you, and typically they fall into these 3 different categories. I want to have a conversation with you to see which one of my packages best suits you. And then from there, let's say I had a conversation with myself and the best package for me was the small business. So I just hit one button, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later, but I just hit one button, and this is what I got as the end user. So this is what your client's going to get. They'll see your small business package, your small business design package, your small business outsourcing package, whatever that is. And when they click on this, remember, first we had the 3. We had the solopreneur, the small business, and the enterprise or the corporate level. And now we determined that the small business was good for me, so now I'm going to send them a small business proposal that's even more detailed. So we went big picture, and now we're honing in. And now that we have that, don't worry about the proposal is expired. This is a test, but normally it won't say that. It could say this proposal expires in 24 hours, 5 hours, a week, 2 days. You can set limits on this whole system. But what I want you to notice immediately is look at the very top. You can see the proposal, the contract, and the invoice. All of these work together. So from now, if I want to go through this, we had the meeting, we determined that the small business package was for me. I saw the price, I'm like, perfect, we're good. This is something that I want to do. Now, all I have to do is check this out. Boom. Give me 1 second for this to load up because I'm on slow internet. So after I hit the proposal, now it goes into the contract. Immediately, the agreement has everything that we need to know right in place. So the price, all that, the terms, the description, everything's there. Then after they sign the agreement, they can automatically go to the invoice, and then boom. So obviously we don't have anything right there, but they could just click the button and start paying. So I'm going to show you how to do that for your business. So stay tuned. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you like these kinds of trainings. So give me 1 second and we'll get started with step 1. All right, so now we're going to get into the actual nitty gritty. So first and foremost, I got to be fully transparent with you to let you know I am going to recommend a tool that I use, and I've been using it for a year in all of my businesses. And in fact, it's been going so well that I'm about to add live now in real time in this training, one of my other businesses to this platform. This is called Dubsado, and you can find this by going to bit.ly/TMS CRM. Or if you already have a Dubsado account, you can use a promo code Talent Tribe. That's promo code Talent Tribe to get the best price. At the time of this recording, these guys are insanely affordable. I will tell you that these guys listen to the audience like us, and they are constantly adding features, upgrading. There's a strong Facebook community where you can get your questions answered. Their customer support is phenomenal, amazing. Like, and they're funny. They're very personable. Here's me having a talk with Joey earlier, trying to figure out what was my promo code, and they're just like really great. If you have any questions, I've never, ever, ever met a support team more responsive than the Dubsado support team. So as you can see, I talk to them. My virtual assistants talk to them all the time. They're insanely helpful. So you want to go to bit.ly/TMS CRM. You'll come in here and you'll sign up and start your free trial. It's absolutely free. Your first 3 clients, you can use this 100%. There's no limit. There's no freemium. Use this for your next 3 leads, and you'll see how easy it is to incorporate people into your system. So the toughest part about Dubsado is actually getting it set up. When I first got it, it took me 3 months, almost 100 days, just to kind of get set up. Since then, I've been adding more and more businesses. So you can see my talented Mr. Salas brand. That's my influencer brand. I do social media consulting, marketing, automation consulting. I've got my Salas staffing recruiting business. But now I'm going to add my new business that was so popular from my consulting business, which is my social media marketing agency. So you won't see any of this, but just click add new brand right here. Then you add your company name. So mine is Salas Social. Then you want to add your logo. So give me 1 second to upload that. I am on Colombian internet right now. By the way, check it out. This is my office right now. This is my view. Not a bad little view. Let me stop sharing my screen. Look at that. Boom. Great little view out here in Medellin, Colombia. I'm actually staying here for less than 55 cents a night. If you want more information like that, make sure you follow my other channels. But let's stay on topic, guys. Let's jump back over here and let's get this logo uploaded. Awesome, we're back. So I uploaded my logo for Salas Social. I put my address in, and now I hit create brand. Now, real quick, I want to go ahead and break down the actual Dubsado dashboard. So first and foremost, if you look up at the very top, you have 3 clients remaining on your trial. So you can just click there to subscribe. Again, use the promo code TALENTTRIBE to get the best price. I do get a commission from that, full transparency, but you don't pay any extra and you get the best price. So keep in mind when you see this, first and foremost at the very top, you're going to see your entire calendar. So this isn't synced up to my Google Calendar, but you could sync it up to your Google, your Outlook, your Mac calendar, whatever you'd like. So that's where you can see everything at a glance. You can actually have a to-do list on here. And what's cool is, as you delve deeper into Dubsado, and we won't get into that today, you can actually say, okay, I have client Z on step 3, and I need to do step 4 at some point today. It's pretty detailed like that. We're not gonna get into that today. On the right-hand side, one thing that I love is you can just see your total income. Like every day when I log in, I know exactly how much money my business has made to the dollar. And that is because on the right-hand side, I get to see all that. You also can get to see your projected. So your projected is how many invoices that you have out or how many proposals that you have out. And after this training, by rule, because of the proposal close that I shared with you earlier, you must, I'm going to say that again, you must send a proposal to every single one of your clients. Bottom line, if you're not sending proposals to your clients, how are they going to pay you? I literally can't tell you how many times with using this technology, this system, Dubsado, where I've sent a proposal. I met with somebody. They were like, yeah, I'm interested, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't think they were going to pull the trigger. I was like, oh, these guys are probably BSing me. Maybe they're shopping me. I don't know. So anywho, I did my job. I did an awesome sales call. I said, hey, and at the end of every sales call, and I'm going to leave you guys with one of my closes. This is called the ball is in your court close. The ball is in your court. So after a sales call or proposal, what I say, look, you already have the contract, or I don't want to say contract, you already have the agreement. You already have the proposal that outlines everything. The agreement states everything in black and white. You also have the invoice all on the same page. I've given you every information. I've answered all my questions for you. You have access to my references, which we'll go over that here in just a bit on how to add references automatically. And I'm going to show you my reference close as well a little bit later. So I say you got to outline. You got the proposal. You got the agreement. You got the invoice. You have my references. I answered all of your questions. The ball is in your court. If you want to move forward to the next step, All you got to do, and then I show them how to pay, how to sign, how to select their package. And then from there, I just have I just have Dubsado follow up with them automatically, or my assistants. And I can't tell you how many times that doing that process where somebody meets with me a month, whatever, blah, 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 and I just don't think anything of it. And I'm constantly going on sales calls and appointments. And then all of a sudden I'll get a message like during my workout or doing yoga or like going out, I'll get so-and-so just completed your proposal. And then immediately after, so-and-so just signed your agreement. And then immediately after, so-and-so just paid their deposit. And I'm like, damn. And this tool, Dubsado, has made that possible for me. So I'm going to show you how to set that up here in this training. This is just kind of the start of it. So I'm really excited to dive into this with you. So give me 1 second and I'll get the next step ready for us. All right, so I want to show you an actual thing with what I just said. So this is Mr. Rogers. So Mr. Rogers is a real estate professional. And check it out. So this is what Dubsado looks like. Dubsado sends you a lot of emails that are automated. So check this out. This was on the 28th, so a little bit like 2 weeks ago. So I was out having coffee. I was just chilling. I met with Jaquan like, I don't know, 10 days ago. I didn't think twice about it. I was like, oh, maybe he's going to do it. Maybe he's not. I don't know. And I let the system handle it. Then all of a sudden I'm out having coffee and boom, I get an email that says Jaquan has completed your proposal right here. Then I was like, Jaquan has signed your contract. Then I'm like, Jaquan has paid the $1,000. And I'm like, whoa. So that kind of stuff wasn't happening to me before when I was, doing the old stuff like I showed you in the beginning where I was like, hey, here's my price. Do you want to work with me? When I created a standardized offer, a system, a machine, and I guided people and I said, hey, this is what it's like to work with me, I started seeing these kinds of results. And without a doubt, 100% Dubsado was the way for me to get there. So to get started on you, so that's a reality for you, I want to share with you. So once you're in Dubsado, go to the left and click on templates. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up our packages because that's your foundation. So the cool thing is I'm going to be honest with you. This part is kind of a pain. You have to set it up. But the cool part and the way for you to have some pleasure associated with the pain that we're about to go through is that once you do this, just one time, I promise you, stick with me one time. Once you do this, you will now be able to forget about this for the rest of your life. It's just insane. So go to packages. And right now I have no packages. So let's go to add to package on the top right. I click on add to package. And this is going to be for my social media business. This is going to be one of my services is logo creation. So I'm going to hit check right there. So now we have a name for that. And the invoice name again is going to be logo creation. And then this is the description. This is very, very important because as you start to grow your menu of services, you can actually pull the data from the description and include that into your agreement. So let me make that more simple. When somebody goes to my proposal, I can say, hey, here's package 1, 2, and 3, and here's a bunch of add-ons. And depending on the add-ons that they select, because I'm using this technology, they could potentially go to package number 1 with logo creation, a funnel, a chatbot, and Facebook pixel service. That all of those things would dynamically, on the fly, be put into my agreement. And in the agreement, it's going to say the invoice name, which is shown right here, and the description is also going to show in that agreement automatically. So when your customer is asking you, hey, so can you put this all in writing? You'd be like, yeah, no sweat. Everything's going to be here. So write down right here. I think a sentence is perfect. It says, at the core, this is what I get. So give me 1 second to write that down. I don't want you guys to see me through my weird little description writing process. So give me 1 second and then you'll have that created. All right, we're back. So here's what I put for description. And I want you guys to understand that when I'm writing this with the intention that it will be in the agreement later. That's very, very, very important because when they see logo creation, they're going to see the description right next to it and they're going to know exactly what it gets. So I wrote down, done for you logo creation by professional graphic artists, up to 5 revisions. Please note this is a collaborative process. Projects average 3 to 5 revisions, source files included. Any revisions past 5 require a purchase of another package. So if you saw what I did there, I included the terms or the engagement of this particular service in the description because I know it will be in the agreement later. And now I don't got to type that in. And it's just perfect. Now I'm Gucci. So come down to quantity. You want to put 1. And my price for that right now is $500. I do got to keep you warning that as you're watching my videos, my price has been going up about 2.5x every year as I make more of these videos. So just don't be hitting me up and saying, yo, Frank, I heard your graphic design was $500. Be like, yo, that was yesterday prices, boy. I'm famous now. So anywho, if you have any kind of taxes, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, go ahead and talk to your peeps of what that looks like. But if you have taxes, go ahead and put that on there and add that in. Now it's going to ask you down under the category, what type of invoice item is this? So this is a service. And so the name of this is going to be graphic design. So now in the future, as I start to look at my graphic design category under services, I'll find that very easily. We'll go over that here in just a bit, but that's very important. You want to start to compartmentalize or categorize your different types of services and offers and products. So boom, I hit create. It's thinking, there we go. It now created that category group. And now I can jump down here. It's on, we're good. I hit add item, bada bing. There it is. I now have my very first package here on Dubsado. Yay! So I'm gonna hit save and exit. I'm gonna go through this process a little bit more times. And I'm gonna go through, pretty quickly just so you kind of see how it is. I'm gonna add consulting. So a lot of us, have super awesome knowledge. And we can charge consulting. So I'm going to do hourly consulting, and I'm going to write that down to hour as a name, hourly consulting. And in the description, again, this is going to go in the term and say 1 hour with Frank Salas to discuss with Frank Salas for consulting on your business endeavors. And so that's going to be 1, and then this is going to be $1,000. Remember, our price is going up every year, so this might be a little bit more later. So this is going to be my category. So it's not graphic design. So do you see how I brought that up? So this is not graphic design. I have to make a new category. And I told you this sucks the first time, but once you do this, you're done. So this is actually a service, and I'm going to put consulting. I hit create. There we go. We got the category set up. Boom. Hit save and exit down in the bottom right, and we are good to go. So there is the hourly consulting. All right, and so now I want to show you how to add a monthly recurring package. So yes, you can set up a monthly retainer for yourself to automatically bill your clients on their PayPal, their credit card, or even their bank. And if you have a higher retainer, the one thing that the deal maker for me, obviously there's a bunch of deal makers for me. I love Dubsado, but the deal maker for me is that if you charge people directly from their bank, like bank-to-bank transfer, you are going to get charged either, whichever one is lower, either 0.01% or $5, whichever one is lower. So if you're doing a $10,000 transaction, instead of paying 2.5% on that, which is $250, you pay $5 on that. It's just great, and it's monthly. It's just every month, boom, 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 and that's how you build a sustainable business. You don't have to pay an admin person. You don't have to pay an invoicing person. All of this is done automatically. You leverage technology to grow your business, and that allows you to stay lean. My businesses are all super lean, which means I have more profit coming in. With more profit, I can invest in myself, my lifestyle, and my business. I can live very comfortably. So if you follow me on social media, you always see me getting haircuts, shaves, doing yoga, going to exotic places. It's because I have a very lean operation. I don't have an office. I don't have Betty in HR who needs her, $6,000 a year special life insurance because she, has type 7 diabetes and she was an Obama supporter in 2012 or something like that, This is so great, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add that next. So let's go ahead and add that monthly retainer package here. So this is my monthly retainer. Again, my prices do raise every year. If you're watching this in the future, my price will be a lot higher than this. But as of right now, I am a student of the game. My monthly retainer, monthly marketing retainer. Let me add that up here too. Monthly marketing retainer, because I do a lot of other stuff. So my monthly marketing retainer, and I'm going to write the description 1 second. Awesome. So now I got my description in there, and I want to show you a little bit of how I put the terms of engagement in there as well. So for my monthly marketing retainer, my description, which will again show up in the agreement, is going to say, Frank Salas will serve as your go-to marketing consultant. 1 weekly 30-minute video meeting. Email support included. Advertising spend up to $1,000 per month included. So I'm putting terms of how it's like to engage with me at that rate or at that level in my agreement. So the quantity for this, of course, is 1. And the price is going to be $5,000. So if you want to engage me as a consultant at time of this recording, this is what it's like. So there's no tax on that. Now, if I go to my category, it's not there just yet. So I want to go ahead and I want to, actually it is there. So this is under consulting services, my monthly retainer. So there we go. Now I don't gotta go through that. And as you start to build up Dubsado, you're going to see how a lot of what just happened to me is going to happen to you. You're like, oh, I already did that. I don't have to do it anymore. And that's what we're building here. So stay with me, guys. Stay with me. I know this sucks. I know this is a pain, but just remember, once you finish this one time, you're good to go. So hit save and exit, and we're good to go. Okay, so I could, of course, add more and more services. Of course, I've got a billion things that I offer business owners, but this is what I want to show you. I want to show you 2 different services, and then my monthly marketing retainer as well. So now I'm going to hit pause and jump onto the next step. All right, so the next step is going to get you to set up your agreements. Now, they're called contracts, but let's be real. If we're dealing in the service-based business, I hate using the word contract because it scares people. Contracts scare money. And if money's scared money don't make money, yo. So what we got to do is we got to make money not scared. We got to make money trust us. And the best way to have money trust you is to put everything in black and white. So go over here to your templates. We're going to come down to our forms. And now you can look right over here to our contracts. And we're going to go over to sub-agreements, questionnaires, proposals, lead capture. Those are all things we'll cover later. Right now, I want to give you the basics just to get started, just enough to go out there and bring revenue to your business. Don't worry about this just yet. So go to contracts, and this is going to be our universal agreement. So put marketing agreement. Remember, never contracts, always agreement. So, all right. And this is Dubsado's like contract builder. This is so powerful. I use this for just almost anything. I even use it to make PDFs sometimes just because it's very, very easy to do. So I'm going to go to my images. I'm going to hit this. It loads up automatically. I'm going to select my images up here. So give me 1 second to get my images up. All right. And then just a real quick note, you have to click this little button right here, upload. You have to click on that. So if you hit select image, it'll stay down here, but you have to hit upload first. And then it'll show up, then just hit close. Oops, 1 second. And so I forgot to say, you have to click on it. So you got to come back here and you have to click on that, and then it'll actually show up so you can see in the back right there. So then you hit close. So there you go. Now your logo is going to show up here, and now you look professional. It looks good, and you know who they're dealing with. That's the most important part. It's also good for your branding. Now I'm just going to click on text box right over here. And it's super simple. It's very easy to format. It's almost like Microsoft Word. So I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to come down to this little thing and hit formatting options. I'm going to make it bold. What else am I going to do? I'm going to align it to the center. And I'm going to say marketing agreement. Remember, we don't do contracts. And I'm going to say Frank Salas promises to provide. In 1 second. Awesome. So I put marketing agreement, and then I put Frank Salas promises to provide. I click on the smart field, then I come down to invoice right here, and I put invoice item names and amount. So make sure you put that invoice item names and amount. So it's going to say this is the logo creation with the description, and this is how much it's going to cost. So just go ahead and add that right there. And so whatever shows up will automatically show up there. So then you put the client, promise to provide, and then you come down over here to smart field, and then you go to invoice, and then you put invoice total right here. So payment in the amount of invoice total. Now from here, then you want to say, if there's a payment schedule, because you can make different payment schedules, which is awesome. If there's a payment plan with the following payment schedule. If there's no payment schedule, it's just one lump sum. It'll just say one lump sum. But it's great to have that because you're building a template. You're building something that is a dynamic digital asset that'll speed up the process of your proposals and allow you to get money faster and serve more people. So this is programming right now. It's super basic. You're programming. This is actual syntax and programming language, but they made it very easy for people like us to do this. It took me a while to actually sit down and try this out, so I decided that I was going to make a video to help you out with this stuff because I knew that unless I really dedicated the time to learning this, and I spent about 20 hours of my life figuring this out, and I want to share this with you here in this very short training. I'll probably go over the time. Who cares? You're going to love it. So now that we have that, we say, hey, I promise to provide this. I promise to provide these services. You promise to provide me this money. And you could get super fancy in here. For right now, I just want to keep it like this, but you could say jobs, project start date, and you can come over here. You come down to the smart field, and you go to the job start date. You can put the address, a location, time, the business name, your full name, the logo, the date, different kinds of links, a link to the invoice, a link to the agreement, a link to their portal, a link to a certain form that you have. I mean, it's just extremely versatile. This is a document that you can just tweak. It's just super powerful. But for now, I'm just gonna make it super easy, and this will be enough. This will be more than what most people have. So now, and I actually went a little bit ahead, so let me delete all of this real quick. So just real quick, if you ever mess up or if you ever just do something you don't want to do, you can just hit these little buttons right here and delete. So now we have the image, we have what the agreement says. Now let's get some signatures. You could also add initials right over here. So I like to have initials to say, I understand that refunds are not available. I think that's maybe a good one for you. You could also say, I understand that I must show up to meetings on time. If I do not show up to meetings on time, I must pay for another session at $1,000. And then you can also put more stuff about like your late fees or anything like that and just have them initial. So that way, if you have people who constantly, when you work with people and you provide service and you need stuff from them or you need some of their engagement and they don't deliver on their part, then you can pull up your agreement and say, hey, look, sir or ma'am, I was going to find a virtual assistant for you. That was my job, but your job was to give them something to do. I now have the virtual assistant. They're ready to work, but you don't have your projects in order. So as our agreement says, you didn't fulfill to your agreement, so you can't sue me. I did my job, and that's what's there to protect you. And also to, some clients would be like, oh, I want a refund, or I want this, or I had bad service. Say, look, here's our agreement. I did what I was supposed to do. And this is if you're constantly finding yourself in your business giving away, too much stuff for free, or your clients like taking advantage of you. And this used to happen to me. Clients would see that I was good and that I wasn't, like charging an arm and a leg like agencies were. And they would say, hey, Frank, can you do this logo? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Can you do this website? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And by the end of the month, I'm like, yeah, I got paid from these guys, but I did so much work and I should have got paid for that. And now that I have a system, I'll say, hey, you know what? You want that website? Perfect. Let me send you a proposal. Boom. It's automatically in their inbox. If they want to move forward, they know the price, they have the agreement, and they can pay me. The ball is in their court, guys, and that's the power of this. So I strongly recommend for you guys to really incorporate that structure into your business. I'm not a lawyer. I am not an accountant. I don't give legal advice. I'm just trying to show you how to automate your business. So now we go down to the signatures. So before the signatures, what I'd like to have is a text box in there. And the reason for that is because I want to have says the client. And then, so go down to Smart Field. I want to go to client, full name. And then I can also go down to Smart Field and say client, company name. So Frank Salas at Talented Mr. Salas. Again, we are building a dynamic document that doesn't require us to manually change stuff. You're leveraging technology to work for you. So now you have their name. So to say Frank Salas, the client, Talented Mr. Salas. Then you hit signature right in here, and boom. Now they can sign their name, or they can type their name, they can sign their name, and then date it. This is actually legally binded based on their location. So this is 100% legit. You could take this into court and say, hey, this is my agreement. So just want to share that with you. Super legit on the up and up. Now I could either, I now need to put my name. I need to put, you know, Frank Salas, talented Mr. Salas. Now I could go back here and hit on the text box and do all that stuff. But now I'm just going to hit on this little copy button. Boom. Puts it to the very top. I'm going to squeeze it down below over here. If you notice the little gray box down there, that'll show you where it's going to be dropped. So that's, you know, if I want to drop it down here, it'll show you that. But I'm going to go down to the very, very bottom. I'm going to try at least. There we go. Boom. So instead of the client name, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put my name. So that'll say Frank Salas right there. Or I could just say, you know, Frank Salas. Actually, I want the bold. I want that big name, the big daddy. Frank Salas right there. And then I could put, actually I want to put my name. So talented Mr. Salas. And you could put a special format or a special font, whatever you like. Boom. So then now I'm going to go back to the signature. Every time you add something, by the way, it goes down to the very, very bottom. So just keep that in mind. So now I hit add to signature. And now I want to click on this, and I have to check this. Is this for you, the owner, to sign? So that's going to say, hey computer, hey Dubsado, the client's going to sign it here, and I'm going to sign here. So Dubsado needs the client and me to sign in order for us to move forward to the next step. So there you go. Now you have your agreement. So I want to recap real quick. In this short time, you've already got your packages up. You've already got your agreement that's dynamic up. Now we got to set the proposal and then connect it all together. I promise you, once we finish this, all of this is going to connect together, and you're going to be like, wow, Frank, why have I never done this in my business? Kind of because it sucks, but I'm here to help you out. I'm here sharing my screen. I'm going through the pain with you. Once I do this, I no longer have to do it for myself anymore either. Real quick, before we jump on to the next part, I wanted to show you one thing that was super helpful. You can go to settings right here, and then you can have your own kind of font. You can have a size, different colors, different kinds of completion. So once they complete it, it typically will say, yay, your form is completed. That's the standard. But if you wanted to say YOLO or hey, thanks a lot, really appreciate it, whatever you want to say, you can make that pop up. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and that's under here underneath the settings. So we're normally under elements, but if you just go to the settings, you can automatically change the font. You don't have to come over here and change the font individually if that's something that's very, very important to you. So final thing, make sure that you save your template right here, and boom, now we are Gucci. We're good to go. So we're now going to move on to the next step. Now the next step is to make a proposal. The proposal you can find over here under templates, over forms. We're going to go to the proposals. And so right here it says proposals automate your client onboarding from proposal to contract to invoice. That's what we're about to do. We already made the package, which is what we need for the invoice. We already made the contract or the agreement earlier, which we need for that. And now we got to make the proposal. Now we got to tie this all together. So we hit the little plus right in here. We're going to say marketing proposal. And now we're going to, again, click on the images. We're going to click on this. And remember, because Dubsado is so awesome, it remembers, and you only got to do things once. This is, again, we've only been doing this a short time, and we've already experienced the benefits of doing the work. So remember, you only do the work once. Once you do the work, it's automatically there for you. Then you can just maneuver it and manipulate it to your advantage very, very quickly. So we put our logo up front for branding, and now we're going to use some text and say marketing proposal. I'm going to center this, select it all, come down to formatting, hit the alignment. I want to align this in the center. Maybe I want to make it bold. Maybe I want to increase the font size. So I come over here and I want to put 60. And I could change the font over here. Let's do Pacifico. No. Oswald. Where's the Futura font? Let's do the Roboto. We'll do the Roboto, man. Boom. So marketing proposal. Let me spell it right real quick. I'm trying to look all professional. There we go. Marketing proposal. Now, if you notice right over here on the left, you're going to see a little box that says package. Now, remember, the very first thing we did was a package. Now we see the package here. See, you're seeing this start to tie up, guys? Don't worry, guys. I got your back. Just make sure you follow this exactly. So go to package right over here. Now you're going to see this actual element on there. So you click on package, and now you're going to see the different package. So the cool thing about Dubsado is you could create a package right there from this, and you can skin a cat a million different ways. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. But this is the kind of form that allows me to kind of organize things easier. So you could create the package there, but since we've already done it, we can just come over here, and I want to go ahead and put my monthly retainer on there. And so I want that to be pre-selected, and you can only, as a client, you can't retain me for a month 1,000 times. You can only retain me a client, once, or you can only retain me monthly once. So I'm going to set that to 1 right there. And I actually want to do some cool stuff. So let me go ahead and actually upload some graphics. I want a cool graphic to show up. So give me 1 second to upload that. Again, I'm on Colombian Wi-Fi, so it'll take a bit. All right, we're back. So I actually uploaded the money mouth emojis. This is one of my favorite emojis. So I'm going to go ahead and select this all. I want to center it. So I click on the formatting options. I click on align. I go down to the middle, and I want to align center. Boom. That's awesome. This is great. So there we go. Now I want to take the package name, and I want to bold it. I want it to stand out. I want this to be bold. I also want this to be bold as well so they can see the package name and the package price. This is very, very important to my client. So now I hit enter, and in the middle, I'm gonna hit smart field. I'm gonna go to invoice, and I'm going to put invoice item names and amounts. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put, sorry. Yeah, no, I was right. Yeah, invoice item name. I'm sorry, no, I was gonna do invoice item names because we already have the amount below. So invoice item names. There we go. And now we are good to go. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna hit close. All right, so I put the emoji up there, and then I went down to smart field. I went to package. I put the package name, which you can see right there. Then I went back to smart field, and I put the total right over here. And now I'm going to add the item. I want to show the description. So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to go back to smart field, go to package, and I'm going to click on item names and descriptions right in there. So boom, that allows me to have everything. And I'm going to, instead of putting select, I'm a marketer, so I want people to do this. So I want this to say, I want Frank Salas to market my business every month. So instead of like select, it's like, what you get, what's the benefit from it. And I hit pre-selected, so this is the pre-selected package that we have on there. So it looks a little kind of, it's too much. So I want to put some space in between it. So I'm going to hit enter to get some space right there. Then I'm going to hit enter again to give that some space. And then, and this is kind of long, so let's say, I want Frank Salas on my team. There we go. That's better. Oh, it's a little bit there. So let me come back and underneath the here, let me add some space. Now I'm just kind of being weird. That's me. All right, there we go. So now it's easier to see. So you can see, hey, there's a big old money emoji. What the hell is that? Then there's a monthly marketing retainer. Okay, so it says what it gets. So now they can select that, and that'll be on the proposal. So let's go and add some more. So I'm going to click on packages. I go down over here, and we're good. You know what? And yeah, let me go. I'll do it a little later. So I'm gonna go to packages, and let me hit pause. Actually, no. Let me select the hourly consulting right here, and of course, like we did earlier, we're gonna make this bold. Let's go to the format options, bold. We want to center the whole thing. And before I center it, I actually want to make a picture. So let me add a picture. Give me 1 second to upload the picture. To upload that picture, I'm going to click on Insert Image right here. And I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to upload. So give me a second to upload that. Awesome. So I uploaded a picture of me. Look at me all professional. So I uploaded a picture of me, and I'm going to add some space in between that, just like the last time. So there's a package name. There's the thing. I'm adding some space. I'm going to add some more space because remember, I have to add the description so people know what it is. So I'm going to go back to Smart Field. I'm going to go back to the package. I'm going to click on Item, Names, and Descriptions. So click on that, and we are good to go. So remember, note the spaces, and I'm going to remove Select, and I'm going to say, ooh, not the whole thing. The button still be there. So say, I want Frank to teach me. So again, what they are getting, what are they going to get? And so because I don't want to sell the most of this, I'm not going to pre-select it. The other one, the $5,000 monthly retainer, that's the one that I want to pre-select. I want people to come in at that. I want people to at least be thinking of themselves, visualizing themselves, working with me at that level, and then downsell to this kind of stuff. So because of this is hourly consulting, I don't want to sell 1,000 hours of my time. I would be legally obligated to give them 1,000 hours of my time. I don't want to do that. I'm only going to sell them a maximum of 5. More than 5 hours, I don't know. I'll probably get them on something else, because if they're spending 5,000 on consulting, why don't they just pay 5,000 every month and get a lot more of my talents? If that makes sense. That's my thinking. So now let me go over here. I'm going to select the whole thing. Control A. I'm going to go to the alignment. I'm going to center it, and boom. I'm going to hit close. Now let's look down below. There we go. We got the photo, so they see what they get. The name of the title. They also get the name of the project. And you know what? I don't like how that's bold down there. So I'm going to go and select this actually, and I'm going to unbold this. So I'm going to go back to formatting, and I'm going to select bold. Boom. See how it's just like Microsoft Word. Very powerful. Just makes it easier to read. Looks a lot better. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to select that. I'm going to go to the formatting, and I'm going to hit bold again. Perfect. So you can see it was all bold before. Now it looks a little bit more professional. Looks legit. So now, guess what we're going to do? We're going to go back and do the same thing. So I'm going to click on the package again. So the package shows up. Same thing. I'm going to select the package, and we're going to do the logo creation. So again, I'm going to select it all. I'm going to center it, all of it. I'm going to bold these two. So I'm going to go to Format, Bold. I'm going to give it some space here, some more space. I'm going to go back to the Smart Field, go to the Package, Item, Names, and Descriptions. Boom. I'm going to hit Enter again to give it some space. And I am going to unbold this because I don't want this to be bold, just for this part. I'm going to hit space down to give it some space between the button. So I'm going to come over here and say, yes, I want a logo. I want a logo. There we go. Yes, I want a logo. Boom. So now they have that button right there. So we are good to go right there. I want to show you something real quick. So you could go down the package, and instead of the button, you could actually put a large checkbox right here. And next to that large checkbox says, yes, I want a logo. In fact, I'm actually going to do that instead. Get out of here, button. We don't need you. There we go. And now, of course, I want to center this. Get the whole thing centered. Boom. I like the check marks for the upsells. I like that a lot. So I'll show you what I mean here in just a bit. Boom. All right. So now, I forgot the graphic. So let me go back over here. I'm going to hit Enter. So I go up. I'm going to hit Enter again. So I have some space. I'm going to go to the Insert Graphic. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to upload something. So give me 1 second. Awesome. So I uploaded a little gift emoji, a little present emoji. So here we go. Now we've got those 3 offers. So I want to make this look a little cooler. Remember earlier how I had the 3 packages side by side, and it was just very easy to read? Remember that guy who sent me that email? It was just kind of hard to read and understand. I couldn't make sense of it. So here's what I want to do. I want to go over to these columns, and I'm going to click on columns. I'm going to drag them over here. Remember that little gray line says I want to insert this right in here. So I select that here. It's got an option for a title. I don't want to show. Actually, I do want to show the title, so I'm going to write packages. And I could have 2 columns, I could have 3 columns, or I could have 4 columns. And you'll see what those mean here in just a bit. So I'm going to go with 2 for right now. So I'm going to go, I now have 2 columns. Actually, let me move this up just a little bit. Let me move this above the, there we go. So now I have 2 columns in this little box. This is a box that has 2 separate columns. I'm now going to take this and I'm going to drag this onto this side of the box. Do you see how that shrunk that down? Now it's a little bit more manageable. And I'm going to take this over here. I'm going to drag it onto the other side. 1 second. Come on. I'm missing. My aim's off point right now. I keep missing. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pause and get it on there. Awesome. So I got it on there. So you can see there's 2 different boxes right here. Again, I could drag this and I could put this somewhere else, but we're going to keep it right here. There's 2 different boxes. I could put it over here and we can maneuver this around. They could be like 4 boxes or 3 rows with 6 items. How you can customize it however you like. We can actually take this and put it over here if you wanted to as well. But what I want to do is I want to show apples to apples. I want to say you can either engage me as a consultant or you can engage me as a monthly retainer. So I want to have this monthly retainer on the left. I want to have my hourly consulting on the right. So they see the monthly retainer first. Now, it just looks a little bit weird, so I'm going to show you how I make it pretty. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on this and say, okay, this is obviously way too big. Let me shrink this down just a bit and just kind of, you know, feel it out. Okay, it's a little bit better. Yeah, I think that'll work. That's good. So, you know, for here to make it even up, I could say, okay, it's not quite even. Let me add a little space here, another space there. Let's see if that works out. There we go. It's basically, you know, basically on point. So it's a little bit off. Let me see if I could just add another one. Let me just see if I can add another step, another little thing to even it out. There we go. Well, it's not going to be perfect, but it's basically on point. So you could play with that to make it perfect. Most people wouldn't know the difference. And then here, you know, we could say, you know what, this looks a little confusing. Why don't we just take this package name, delete it from here, and put it at the top. And in fact, let's make it bigger. So I want to do, let's just say 24. There we go. So they know exactly what they're getting. Now, same thing over here. I want to take this, I'm going to copy it, delete it, come down over here, paste, give it some space. Now I think, what was it, 24? That was the size that we made it. Awesome. By the way, guys, I'm literally going to be using this for my business. You're literally watching me create my own business right now. This is one of the steps that I do. I can do this for you if this is something that you want. Now you're like, man, this is great, Frank, but this is a lot. Can you just do this for me? This is a service that I provide for my clients. So there we go. Now we have those 2 packages step by step. Now, how do you want to engage me? You know, I could even come down here on this marketing proposal and say, how would you like to engage me? And I can take this and make it a little bit smaller. Let's say 30. Let me center it as well. Boom. How would you like to engage me? So they see my logo, marketing proposal. How would you like to engage me? You know, packages, monthly retainer, hourly consultant. So they could choose between these. And I could say, okay, these are my add-ons. So now I'm going to take this text box right down over here. And do you see how this, real quick, I want to show you. Do you see how this goes from one side to another? That's because that's still in that column. We got to go a little bit lower and look at that gray spot right there. So now I'm below this box of columns right over here. And now I just have a regular text box. So, and actually, you know what? I want to do some more columns. I want to do a column of 3. So now we're over here. This is the upgrades. I don't like add-ons. Let's say upgrades. Yo. So now I want to make this into 3 columns right here. So now we got 3 columns. I'm going to take this. I'm going to drag it into this upgrades right there. Boom. And do you see how it shrunk that even further? We could even come up here and add another package. So you could have your small business, your solopreneur, and your enterprise right now. So there's that. So now we can have room for more. I want to show you guys real quick how easy it is to add a package. So let's say you're doing and say, you know what? I thought about a package that I could have. You know, so for me, I do chatbots. I build chatbots for businesses. I want to add that onto my stuff. So I click on the little package. I come over here. I'm going to hit create new package. And I'm saying, just like we were earlier, it actually pulls the same code So I'm going to say chatbot. That's the name. So the new item is going to be chatbot development. The description is one custom chatbot that automates your business. So yeah. And I put delivery time 30 days. Obviously, I didn't go through my weird process, blah, 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 but put delivery time 30 days. Hit 1. My price for that is 6 bands. You guys are charging less than $6,000 for your chatbots. You are charging way too little, and you messing up the game, man. So, okay, perfect. Do you see how I don't have that on there? So now let me add a new category. This is still a service, but now we're moving into my chatbot development. So now I no longer have to create that category. So boom, we got it. I'm gonna add the item and we're good to go. So there we go. Now it is on there. Now real quick, you could either apply it just to this one, but if you hit save and apply, it'll automatically be saved in your package. So now you have another package right there. So again, like I said earlier, you could have done this a million ways. This is just another way. And I like doing it this way because it allows me to have success. So I hit save and apply, boom. Now guess what? We're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna hit the image, I'm gonna click on this, I'm gonna jump over, I'm gonna find the robot emoji that I have. Got the little robot emoji, it's gonna load up. Perf. Now I'm gonna select it all. I'm going to hit formatting options, align, center. I'm going to take this package name. I'm going to delete it from here. I'm going to put it at the very top. I'm going to give it some space. And then right here, I'm going to bold this, go to formatting options, bold, go down to the font size. And I'm going to make this 25. It's got to be the 25, man. So right now I got the package total, which I want to bold as well. So I go to formatting, I go to bold. Now underneath this, I want to put, again, the package description. So go to Smart Field, package, item, names, and description. Remember, when we created our packages first, this is what was great. So now, you know what? I only want to sell a maximum of 5 chatbots. More than 5 chatbots are taking too long to deliver, and most people don't need more than 1 or 2. So, all right, perfect. We got that taken care of. Let's see, anything else that I want to do? No, we should be good. Oh, the checkbox, that's it. So I don't like, for add-ons, I don't like the little box. For whatever reason, I found that the checkboxes work better. So just, you know, make sure you try that out for your own self. But for me, it's been very, very awesome. So I'm gonna go with the large checkbox right here and say, yes, I want to automate my sales. Boom. So now we have the chatbot right over here. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it into this little third or this little middle corner right here. Let me catch it. Let me catch the rhythm. All right, we got it on there at least. There we go. So let me take this bad boy and put it right next to him. Boom. There we go. See, and of course you could make, let's say, you know, let's say it doesn't look so well. We want to come down over here and let's say, all right, let's add some space here. Maybe add some more space here. How does that look? All right, not quite. And we still have to accompany or account for this part right here. You got to make this big. What was that, 24 again? Yeah, 25, man. All right, sweet. All right. Ugh, click too much. There we go. So here, I want to make this even up just because I'm weird. I'm just going to hit enter until I get some more space. I think we need one more. All right, that'll do. Of course, you could obviously come in there and play with a little bit more stuff to make it look nicer. And I do. I'm weird. I do because I know how important it is to like be able to see information very easily in chunks of text that are digestible, not a whole bunch of text right there. So yeah, this is great. Now let's go ahead and say, okay, now I want to add one more. I'm going to add one more package because, you know, this looks great, but I'm missing one thing. So I'm going to go back to package. I'm going to come over here and we're going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to create a new package. And what's something that I do? Oh, super simple. I should say pixel installment. And I'm going to say, oh, I forgot to save. So pixel installment, hit save. And then what's name is pixel installment. And then the description is, give me a second to write this. Awesome, we're back. So I put follow your most interested customers around the internet by installing secret files on all of their devices. So we're only gonna sell one of those. That's a $500 service that I offer. For me, by the way, if you're in the marketing field, I find this is a great way to get into businesses. Just like, it's like, it takes me literally 2 seconds to install a pixel. And by the way, my assistant does it for me, so I don't actually do it. So I sell this for 500 bucks. I get in their company. They now become a customer mentally. And now I have their pixel and I say, hey, great, you got a pixel. What are you gonna do with it? Then I get on the monthly retainer. So it's just a great way to get into a company, kind of show them some value ahead of time. So I'm gonna go over here and this, ooh, I don't have any agency services right here. So let me go ahead and make a new category. And this is going to be services. This is going to be marketing agency services. So there you go. It's another category that I have. I'm going to save and apply. I'm just hit the add item first. Now I'm going to save and apply. Remember, if you hit apply, it'll only apply to this proposal. But if you hit save and apply, then it'll actually save to your packages. So you don't have to, do this all over again. So, and you know what? I only want to do this. I'll do 1,000. Yeah, sure. Why not? If they have 1,000 websites, why not? So let me hit save and apply. We're good there. And awesome. Now, again, I want to go ahead and I want to center this. So I go to I select all. I want to go to the align. I want to align it to the center. This one, I'm going to go to format, make it bold, put the text to 24. I'm going to add a space right in here. I'm going to upload a document or upload an image. So 1 second. Awesome, so I got the image uploaded and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to bold the price. So I'm going to the formatting options, hit bold, and then I'm gonna hit enter, and then enter again to give it some space. I'm gonna go down to the smart field, to the package, to the items and descriptions, and this is a little bit too big, so let me slow that down there, boy. It's regular size, I think the regular size is 14. I'm gonna not bold this. Boom, there we go. So now we have that. I'm gonna delete the box or the button, hit enter, go down to smart field, package, small or large checkbox. I always want to show what the small checkbox looks like. It's just a smaller checkbox. I want to do the large checkbox. So go down here, large checkbox. Make sure we center that. I'm gonna say, yes, I want to remarket my offers to my most interested clients. Remember, always have a benefit for them. What is in it for them? What's in it for me? Boom. All right. So there we go. Now we got the third one. We're going to drag it. We're going to drop it right in there. And boom. Look how pretty that is. Look at that, man. Now, what looks better? Those first few examples that I was showing you earlier or this? Now, of course, we want to come down in here and, space it out and make it pretty and all that good stuff, but we'll get to that later. I mean, this is pretty dang good. This is pretty dang good right there. And it didn't take us too much time at all. Now, when you meet a client and you get their email, you're like, okay, boom, this is what it's like to work with me. Then you send them a link to your calendar and say, hey, you already saw my prices. You already saw what it's like to work with me. You saw my menu. Do you want to come on a call? And if they come on that call, they're interested and they can never, ever tell you that they can't afford your services. And if they say, you know what, if they go through this process and say, you know what, this is too much for me, I can't afford this, then you just say, then why did you agree to this meeting with me? And you're going to find out that now we have another excuse. And you can isolate that objection, close that objection, and this is a great way for you to, from now on, forever, you will never hear, I can't afford that. Because if they couldn't afford it, they would never go on a call. This removes 99.9% of the tire kickers and BSers in the online space or any kind of service-based business. It's just been phenomenal, absolutely great for me. And I'm going to show you how to connect this now. So we've got our proposal built out. This is great. Now we want to go to settings. Now, right here, we want to click on show contract. So now we want to select our marketing agreement contract. So now the agreement that we selected or that we created before is now connected to this. Now we're going to go to show invoice right in here. And we also want to allow client to select multiple packages. So they can select this package, the upgrades, or whichever one. If we don't allow the client to select multiple packages, they can't upgrade. They can't add those upgrades. So just keep that in mind. On some of my packages, I don't have upgrades. I have a solopreneur, a small business, and a corporate or enterprise. And on that one, I don't allow them to buy multiple packages. I say you can only buy this one, or this one. For this one, I want to have if you want the upgrades to be sellable, make sure you select that on there. And then say, will this invoice have a payment schedule? You could create a payment schedule like half down, half later. I'm not going to go into that right now because that's a little bit tricky. There are some more trainings that I do on that, but you could also have that on there as well. So great way for you to get your business rocking and rolling, man. Jeez, this is just phenomenal. So now I'm gonna go ahead and save this template. And I just want to show you what that looks like once it's saved. This is what it actually looks like saved. This is what your client will see. They'll be able to see how this is already blue or already highlighted. You can actually change that color to maybe red, yellow, green, whatever you want. This is a default color. So you can already have that highlighted. So when they see this, their attention automatically goes there and they can just click on that button. It'll automatically add that invoice to automatically add that invoice to them in your system. It'll automatically add this agreement or this service into their contract. It's just phenomenal. So now let's go ahead and make this all work together, man. So I want to take you back to the dashboard, and this was confusing for me. So the leads are over here on the left. So if you go to the left, you'll see those three little people with the little circles and arrows going around them. Click on leads. Just a real quick note, you can add different statuses right here. So you can add different funnels. And so for me, for example, I'll have graphic design. I'll have web development. And I'll have marketing consulting. Those are typically the three different buckets of service that I get. So now I'm gonna go return to my leads. If I want to see all of my graphic design leads, I can just click on here. Same thing for consulting or development. So right now, I'm going to go to the right-hand side and hit Add Lead. This is very important. This job title is great. For me, what I do is I like to put what they want and where I found them. So let's just say, of course, this is a test, but this could say test graphic design. And I found them, so Facebook lead. So for me, this allows me to kind of know how's my stuff popping, like what's working. So I come over here, I'm gonna hit create new client, and the lead status is that funnel or that we created earlier. So they can either be development, consulting, or design. I'm gonna go with consulting, and I'm gonna put my name, Frank Salas. My email is frank@talentedmrsalas.ph. My company is talentedmrsalas.ph. My phone number is 555-555-5555. Call me. So I hit next. And it's thinking, boop. It now took me to my portal. This is my back-end portal. You can see everything that I had. You can see all my invoices, my forms, my appointments, my workflows, my tasks, all that good stuff. So let's say I meet me and I tell me that I want more information. So I meet Frank at a conference. I was like, yo, Frank, my name's Frank. Heard your marketing, awesome dude. And you do some other stuff with like virtual assistants and real estate. Yeah, I'm in. Here's my card. Send me an email of what you got. I want to meet you, you know. And it could be a smoothie kind of bullshit. I'm kind of a bullshitter, man. I kind of smooth a lot. So it could be one of those things, or I could be super serious. The way for you to find out is all you got to do, man. all you gotta do is the following. This is gonna blow your mind. All right, awesome. So here's where all the magic happens. I just want to recap. We've already set up your packages. We've already set up your agreements. We've already set up your proposals. Everything is all automated. Now, all you got to do is send it to your people. Now, from now on, you no longer will have to do those things. So check this out. Let's say somebody is BSing you or they're legit. Either way, I don't care because I now have a machine. I now have a system. I can send them as many leads as possible. I'm sorry, as many contacts as possible. It's already built. So the first thing you got to do is go to forms right over here. You go to add new form, and then we want to go to our proposal. So you'll see our marketing agreement. We don't want to send them our agreement. We want to send them our proposal because our proposal has the agreement and the invoice automatically attached. That's the biggest value here, right here. So we want to send the marketing proposal. It's going to show you, hey, did you mean this one? Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's it. I remember building that pretty thing. So hit add. Now we're going to hit send. And then boom, automatically. And by the way, I did skip a step. You have to connect your email through Dubsado. I guess I'll cover that here in just a bit. Or actually, so everything you want to do is to the brand settings. But before, I'll get to that here in just a bit. So now it's got my email already connected, and it's got this, and it says, hey, Frank Salas, we've completed this proposal for you to fill out. Thank you. Real quick, and I'm going to go into this here in just a bit, but you see this right here, this canned email? Because this is a new brand, I don't have any canned emails, but I have literally hundreds of canned emails right here for different occasions. For follow-ups, I follow up number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, I have all those automatically canned. And if you notice right here, you can link to different things. So you can link to a proposal, an agreement, their portal where you deliver their graphics, their whatever you're looking to deliver, any deliverables you can deliver to them here on this portal. You know, that's another feature of Dubsado that I'm not going to go into right now. So when you have those canned emails, you can make it seem extremely personalized, just like we did on the contract, on the proposal. Everything is extremely personalized. It's very, very, very dynamic. But for right now, you know, you're good. This is better than what most people have. So this is great. It says, hey, Frank Salas, we've completed for this proposal for you to fill out. Thank you. First and foremost, I don't believe in saying thank you. I believe in saying congrats. If someone's doing business with me, they're about to upgrade. So congrats on working with me, boy or girl. So now we got that. I hit send. So now what I'm going to do to show you this in example is I'm going to log out of all this, and I'm going to check my email and show you what it looks like for the end user, me. So give me 1 second. I got to log out of Dubsado. Awesome. And hey, just for the record, because I didn't set up my email with this brand, but I had my email set up with Dubsado as a platform and as a whole, I was still able to connect this. You're going to have some issues because you're going to have to connect your email. So it's super simple. I'll show you how to do that real quick. But normally, instead of saying mail at Dubsado, it'll say the actual person that it came from. So, and if you see right over here, it says reply to this email, frank@talentedmrsalas.ph. So it says, hey, Frank Salas, we've completed this proposal for you to fill out. Here's a link. Congrats. Looks professional. They click on this, and then this is what they get. It's loading, it's loading, it's loading. Okay, boom. So there you go. Remember, like we showed you, it's got the proposal, it's got the agreement, it's got the invoice, and it looks just like we had set it up. So marketing proposal, what would you like from me? And you see the package for the monthly retainers automatically selected first. And so upgrades, okay, boom. So look over here to the bottom, the 5,000, because it's already pre-selected, that is the normal rate. It's automatically going to go there. But let's say I want to include the chatbot, and I say, yes, I want to automate my sales. And I click on this. Do you see that? That went down to 11 grand right there. So it went from 5 grand to 11 grand. Let's say they want a logo too. It automatically adds it up. So boom, you now have, instead of a $5,000 sale, now you've got an extra 7 grand just because you made it easy for them to do business with you. You made it accessible, I should say, accessible for them to just say, oh, I want that, boom. So now they hit submit and next. Okay, awesome, we're back. So this is now the agreement phase. So we select the proposal, we got to customize our package to our liking. And now check this out. Remember, this is one of the first things that we did. And here is what it says. So Frank Salas promises to provide And then boom, remember how we had the like all that code and program and I walked you through step by step? Here's where it has. Now it shows exactly what they're getting and then what is in that description. And again, because I put my terms in my description of my item, my terms are now showing up in my proposals and in my agreements. Boom. That way you don't got to spend forever, you know, making all these like custom proposals. Just say, look, man, the ball is in your court. I've given you everything. I've given you my references. I've given you everything in black and white in a proposal, in an agreement. I answered all your questions. The ball is in your court. Either you got money or you ain't got no money, and we don't need to be talking right now. Those are the two options that we have. And this is what makes it easy for you to say, boom, 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 just pop out proposals like crazy, man, like freaking crazy. It's gonna get you paid, dude. And look, check this out. So down over here below, it says payment in the amount of $12,000. So it automatically added up. It says this is what you get, and you, the client, promise to provide payment in the amount of whatever that payment is. And then with the following payment schedule. So because there's no payment schedule, maybe you could put like a deposit or this in 30 days. That's, you know, super awesome. And we're not going to cover that in this training, but you can make payment schedules very, very easily on Dubsado. So, you know, that's great. And then they come over here. Then now I have to initial say, I understand that refunds are not available. Like, damn, Frank, for real, you ain't getting no refunds? All right, cool. I'm with it. I'm down. And then I understand that I must show up to meetings on time. If I do not show up to meetings on time, I must pay for another session at $1,000. Damn, Frank, that's expensive. You ripped me off, man. I'm going to sign it anyways. So Frank Salas, the client, says, okay, Frank Salas. And then the date is today. And I'm just going to say Frank Salas. Boom. Legally binding. I hit agree and next. But now they get the invoice. So they've already selected their proposal. They've got the agreement right now. And so right now I'm getting emails and I'm dancing like a little crazy kid, like, oh my God, money's coming, because I know what comes next. My phone vibrated once. My phone vibrated again. And I'm like, oh, it's the money shot. The money's about to come in. So here's where they come down over here. And now they have their payment plan set up. And because it's recognizing my own IP, it won't let me pay, but it uses Stripe for integration. And actually, you know what? I don't think I've integrated my Stripe, and that's why we have a problem. 1 second. So we ran into a problem, guys. Our problem is that I do not have a payment method set up. No. So, oh crap, 1 second. Let me get logged in. All right, I'm back. I'm logged in, and I'm going to go over here to my brand, Salas Social. See right here, it's giving me notice. It's giving me an update. It says Frank signed the contract. And if I click on that, it'll take me to the agreement. And then it has my projections right there. So I'm projected to make 12 grand. It's understanding my sales. And see what I talked about on how you can see where you're at, how much money you have on the table, how much your potential deals are worth. This is how you build a business. These are how you know your numbers. I would say 99.9% of all entrepreneurs don't know their numbers. And this is how you get more familiar with your numbers. It's right there in front of you every single day. Love it. So I'm going to go over here to the top right. And I'm going to say, I'm going to create current brand settings. Current brand settings. Here's where you would connect your emails right over here, and then your international settings, your different portals and stuff. But now we gotta go to receive money. So my base country is America, the greatest goddamn country in the world. So my currency is going to be the American dollar. There ain't nothing I love better than some dead presidents, man. You feel me? Love the dead presidents. What's your favorite dead president, by the way? For me, I like the Ulysses S. Grant. Like a $100 bill, I kind of feel like bad spending it because I hate breaking it. But with the 50, I'm like, oh, this is very versatile. So I'm going to hit save. Boom. So now it's going to give me options. So I can connect with Square, I can connect with Stripe, or I can connect with PayPal. So I'm going to connect with PayPal. Now all I got to do is put my email right there, Frank Sizzle. And yes, guys, my email has been Frank Sizzle for a very long time as a personal consultant. I can't tell you how many big deals I've had where like they're about to pay a big invoice and they're like, really, Frank Sizzle? I'm like, YOLO. That's the freedom that you have when doing online business. You can be who you want, when you want, as long as you deliver results. You can engage or conduct business any way you'd like. So boom, I now have my PayPal is already great to go. Now I want to show you another hack. This is another hack that I have for you. This is how you can get your clients to tip you. super quick. All you got to do is come over here and hit accept gratuity from clients. Boom. And you are good to go. Now you could have only certain ones, you know, only for consulting, only for graduates. I have it for all of them, you know, because you never know. It's just like giving people an option to give you money. Like, it's crazy. The first time that I got gratuity for marketing services, I'd been doing it for a decade. And I got my first gratuity last year on a consulting gig. And it was for like substantial. The gig was good, but the tip was like 20% of the gig. And I was like, dang, this ain't no restaurant. And that was 20% of that gig that I would have never got if I never just took that one little box. So I just want to say thanks a lot to Dubsado. You guys keeping the boy paid. Now, if I connect to Stripe, I can connect with Stripe. I'm not going to show you my awesome information, but I'll pause it real quick. Awesome. So we're back. So now I can accept credit card payments. That's Visa, MasterCard, American Express. I'm using Stripe. Stripe is absolutely free to get set up. They do have their fees to work with them. And I can also accept checking and saving payments. So people can actually direct wire transfer me. And check it out. So the fee is either 0.80%. I think I said 0.01 or 0.1%. It's either 0.80% or $5, whichever one is less. So that is amazing. So keep in mind that whenever you use credit cards, you don't get charged anything from Dubsado. Dubsado doesn't make any commission off of anything. There's no fee as far as like a transaction fee to work with Dubsado. They're just connecting you with PayPal and Stripe. They're very versatile. Now Stripe though is going to charge you 2.9 plus 30% of the transaction. So like I said, if you've got a bigger package, you may want to send them an invoice that only lets them pay through bank transfer. And I'll show you guys how to do that here in just a bit. But I had to save this because I forgot a step. I was recording this live as I'm building my own brand. So now I got my PayPal, my Stripe connected. So I've got that saved. Now I'm going to sign out because I can't see my proposal unless I sign this out. So 1 second, I'm going to sign out and refresh. All right, awesome. So we're back. And so I refreshed my screen. Now down at the very bottom, you can see the 12,000 is there with the button to pay now. So I hit pay now and check it out. How would you like to pay? Would you like to leave a 5% tip? Would you like to leave a 10% tip? Or would you like to leave a 20% tip? And here's a spoiler, guys. If you deliver on time or before, if you get good results for your clients, you're going to see people play in the 20% or the custom percentage very, very much so. That was just shocking. I would say about 30% of my clients tip on services, which for me, coming from the service field, is like, what? Word? It's just crazy. So yeah, you must do this. This is a great way to get paid. So you can have them pay with e-check, pay with card, or even pay with PayPal. And you hit that, you know, it automatically pops up. Everything's secure. If you look up on the top left, you'll see the secure little logo. So they have full confidence with you, and you are good to go. So that's how you automate your proposals, guys. That's how you make that happen. So this is the end of the training, but I'm going to show you some extra cool stuff to help you get to the next step. All right, so the final thing I want to share with you guys to make you more successful is the canned emails. This has been phenomenal for me. So go to your main screen, go to templates, go to canned emails. And what I'm about to teach you is I'm about to teach you the double dog dare close. Every single one of this, I can't even share this with you guys on YouTube or wherever you're going to watch this. So every time I do an appointment and I finish off, they're like, oh, Frank, this is awesome. Great. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I hit them with this. I was like, you know what? We're in business, man. You don't know me. I don't know you. So in order to help you with your trust in me and my services, and then I'm going to be able to deliver for your business, I double dog dare you to call my references. You already have an email in your inbox with my references, with their emails and their phone numbers. I double dog dare you to talk to them so they can tell you everything that I do is legit. And that's just swag on the sales call. They're like, okay. And you know what? I would say about 95% of the people that I do business with never call my references. Never. Because they're busy business owners. They don't have the time to call references. But the fact that it's there, it's like that little check mark, a little checkbox. They're like, oh, okay, cool. I trust in that. And it's just another way for you to get that sale. So this is super crucial. And one thing that I do is I like to make a new canned response to make that happen. So I get to new canned response. And the title of this, so the title is internal. This is what allows me to see what's going on. So I'm going to put references and then, you know, marketing. So that's what we're going to see on the inside. Then the subject is what the client's going to see. So I'm going to say, check my references. And by the way, another pro hack. I love using emojis in subject lines. They're insanely great for interrupting their pattern or pattern interrupt marketing. We're all on autopilot every day. We get nonstop emails, but nobody sends us emails with emojis in the headlines. And those emojis are usually sent, or we'll usually get sent emojis from our moms, our brothers, our family, friends, colleagues, coworkers, people that we know, like, and trust already. So we're leveraging that emoji that they have associated with people that they actually know into the subject line. So I don't want to go too deep into the science on there, but I do want to kind of let you know that it does work. I do a lot of cold email outreach in multiple niches. I use cold email outreach to sell homes for several $100,000s in the great state of Texas and all over the freaking world, man. So I go check my references, and I'm going to say, howdy. So I'm from Texas, man. I'm a Texas boy. I say howdy. That's the cool thing about this. So howdy, and I go to smart field, and I go to client, howdy first name. The internet, and you feel free to steal this. The internet is a scary place. You never know who you are really doing business with. You never really know who you're really doing business with. So I'm going to format that, and I'm going to say put underline and then bold. Below, you'll find the direct contact info of savvy entrepreneurs who were smart enough to bring me on their team. I double dog dare you, not care, double dog dare you to call them. And then I'm going to put, you know, Mr. Smith, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to put all those right there in a great way. And then sometimes what I do is I'll actually say, you know, like, here is, you know, real estate clients. So we'll take all of those and actually bold this so people can actually see the different sectors, the different niches, and they'll self-identify. They'll be like, oh, he's helped other realtors, or oh, he's helped other marketing agencies, or oh, he's helped other consultants, he's helped other authors. And that's just great to kind of let them know, look, man, I'm here to help you out. In fact, I helped out so many people in your industry that I had to make sections of them for my references email. So now, you know, this is where you have to, you're going to have, like, you know, real estate right here. Then marketing. And then let's say consultants. So now when they come in there, be like, okay, cool. He's got real estate, marketing, perfect. And that's just another way for you to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save email. And all I got to do is go back to my leads. And let's say I sent myself the invoice. By the way, take a look at that lead. On the leads, you get to see how much they're worth. And let's say you do payment plans and they pay $6,000 or half down, half of this will show up green. So you can visually see, and most entrepreneurs are visual visionaries. We can actually see the status of each one of our deals. That graphic has been so helpful for me to see how much money I have in the pipeline, how much money I've already accumulated. It's just great for me. So I'm going to click on me, click on me as a lead. I'm going to go over to send email, and I'm going to hit select canned response, and there's it is right there, references marketing, and boom, you see that? Automatically loads up. I double dogged. In fact, right now in your email, my references are waiting for you. I double dog dare you to call them right now. Boom. What else is there to do? The ball is entirely in their court. So that's how you guys kill it with Dubsado. Again, make sure you use my link. You can go to bit.ly/TMS CRM. That's bit.ly/TMS CRM. I get a commission, full disclosure, full transparency. Part of my income is making videos like this to help entrepreneurs all over the world. I make like $2 for every time you do this, but I do it with enough people and it's worth my while. You don't pay any extra. In fact, you get the best price. They're going to help you out. So make sure you use that link, bit.ly/C or TMS CRM. Or if you're already a Dubsado person or customer and you haven't already signed up, just use the promo code Talent Tribe. That's promo code Talent Tribe, and they'll give you the best price. My suggestion is for you to buy the lifetime program because they slowly raise their price every 3 to 6 months as they accumulate more users. At the time of this recording, Dubsado is currently at 8,000 users. When I first joined Dubsado a year ago, they were at 3,000 users, and it's going to blow up probably with a bunch of videos like this. So do me a huge favor. If you ever get stuck, don't email me. I'm not a Dubsado expert. I just want to introduce you to Dubsado. Use this little button down right over here on the bottom right. This little chat box, this little chat thing right here. Man, these guys are so helpful. Any problems you have, look how often even my assistants reach out to them. I'm constantly, saying thank you. They're like helping me out. Look, this is just nonstop, always needing their help. They're the best customer service. And you know what's crazy is this is a very, very in-depth, great training. I don't think anybody else has a training this detailed, this structured out just yet. And even that being said, you could actually schedule a call with this guy right here, Cameron. This guy's hilarious. You can schedule a call with Cameron. Here's me and him having a gift war right here. So Cameron is actually going to look at your Dubsado and help you set it right. There's a free 1-hour call for you to go and have them help you set this up. Hold your hand step by step. That's his job. He loves it. So again, go to bit.ly/TMS CRM. Let them know. Send them a message. Say, Frank Salas sent me, and he told me that y'all would treat me like kings or queens. Tell them that, and they will. They will help you make this possible because they give you 3 clients so you can kind of see what it's like to work with people. Let's be real, though. Are you going to close your next 3 clients? Probably not. I'm not going to close my next 3 clients. I close probably one out of every 10 clients. So what you're going to do is you're going to create the structure. It's going to be there. Then after the 3rd lead or the 3rd interaction, working with somebody like this, you're going to see, man, that's easy. I'm in. I strongly recommend the lifetime package because there's so much values and benefits. They even send you like an awesome welcome kit and whatnot. But their price is going to go up exponential. Like right now, it is dirt cheap. It is like insane. And I got in at the ground floor and I got it insanely dirt cheap. But every few months, they're raising it up $5. So buy the lifetime package. It's going to be way more than worth it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about this, hit up Dubsado. Let them know that you watched my training and that you want some help. Or just go reach out to me at www.facebook.com/talented Mr. Salas. If you want to find out more about me, you want to send me a message, even just tell me thanks, because I don't even know who's watching these videos. Leave a comment down below, share this out, tag some people in your business who need this structure. Every entrepreneur needs this. I can't tell you how many people just suck at online business. If I would have figured this out like 10 years ago, man, I would be so much more advanced. This was like such a missing piece for me. I had somebody who I'm trying to hire. We met on Tuesday. They sent me their proposal on Friday. From Tuesday to Friday, I met with another 75 people. I done forgot about you, bro. Real talk. So make sure you send me a message over here. Thank you so much for watching this training, and I will see you in the next video. Dubsado, what up, fam?